Hello, and welcome to No Icing, Season 4, Episode number 13. Okay, lucky number 13. So, and to help me introduce my guest, my favorite co-host, the man of 1,000+1 voices, Mr. Rory Penland.
I thought that Eddie Brill would be your favorite by now. I mean,
I love Eddie.
You had Eddie Brill as your co-host last week.
We had so much fun.
Who could ask for better?
We love Eddie. I know. I missed you though. I missed you.
Nah, not with Eddie Brill on board. No. And
yeah,
ironically, I'm still packing. I'm very tired and cranky now because I've been packing today. Because the people that are moving out of my house, they're taking longer. There was a problem with the guy's foot. He had to go to the hospital, and so I'm giving him more time, and that means I'm, taking more time to pack and get things ready to go. Anyway.
Yeah, what's going on with you? What is going on with you, Rory?
It is what it is.
You're moving?
Yes, I'm moving from our condo, which I want to get out of, into the house that we have in Kissimmee.
Oh, okay. How far is that far?
Not too bad. It's on the other side of town, closer to Disney.
Ooh. Okay, well, cool.
So yeah. Looking forward to the move.
What was I going to say? Oh no, we did miss you. We talked about you. Eddie told us the story about how you guys hung out in New York City. You guys got to finally meet in person, and he said all good things about you. He loves you.
Yeah, I'm going back. He's looking forward to it too. I'm going back at the end of May.
Oh, nice.
My daughter and I are going up there. I'm going to meet Linda Miller. She's doing a kaiju convention up there in Brooklyn. So we're going up, and I'm going to meet her, and I'm going to go have lunch or dinner with Eddie as well. Hopefully lunch, and then come back the next day. So it's just a quick weekend.
And I just posted his. I just shared his post. He's going on a tour. He's playing. So I just shared his thing. If anybody wants to go follow Eddie, he's a stand-up comedian, amazing guy, huge supporter of the Cosmos. So everybody go follow Eddie Brill.
Road again.
Yeah, we love him. No, we missed you. We talked about you. It was all good, all positive.
Thank you.
So tonight, for the first time, someone who's never been on the Cosmos before, never been on No Icing or any Cosmos shows. He's a Cosmos virgin. He does perform live on TikTok and Facebook, but his name is Karl Jackson, and let me bring him up to introduce him to everybody for the first time. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Karl.
Hola.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
And yeah, thanks for popping my Cosmos cherry. There you go.
There it is. Where exactly
Yeah,
are you now?
What's that?
Where exactly are you now?
Right now I'm in a homeless shelter in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Yep. About a mile from Stevie Ray's Blues Bar. I try to get in there as often as I can.
Oh, wow.
So,
Do you play there?
usually when I go in, the band will put me up on their break. So I'll get like a 10-15 minute set on their break.
Awesome.
Yep.
I thought you were in Michigan.
I was in Michigan. Then I was in Chicago. Then I was in Wisconsin. Then I was in New Orleans. Then I was in Houston. And now I'm in Louisville.
I'm a traveling man.
You got it.
I love that.
Cool. So now Sandy found you on TikTok, I think, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Tell us about that, Sandy. How did you stumble across this talent?
Well, I just saw him on TikTok playing the ukulele, and I was listening to what he had to say, and he got me intrigued. You know, he's really about inspiring others, and I took notes. He's about inspiring resilience. He has his own nonprofit organization. His motto is to create beauty in the face of adversity, which I love, and he has his own nonprofit specialization. Unlimited.com, and I put everything in, all the links in there for everyone to go follow. Please go follow, and hello, and please say hi and where you're watching from. If you don't put it in the comments, we won't know that you're there, so please say hi in the comment, tell us hi, say your name, and so we can say hi to Karl, and let's welcome him in. And yeah, so I was just intrigued. And you know, Rory, I don't know if you remember, I had Daniel Rule on my show the very first year of doing shows. I had Daniel. He's a one-handed guitarist. He had an accident when he was a child, and he lost his hand in a washing machine. Back in the day, the old washing machines would spin and spin, and when you opened them up, the spinning didn't stop. And he and he put his hand in there, and it ripped his hand off. So now they don't have washing machines like that anymore. They banned those. But he is an amazing guitarist, and I'm always supporting my friends and people that are I find inspirational to me. So I'm so happy to have you on.
You'll have to connect us, because one of the things I'm doing is I'm putting together the one-hand orchestra of different one-handed players is one of my goals for the not-for-profit.
Wow. So, hi, Patty. From Florida.
Hi, Patty. I'm also in Florida. Moving to Kissimmee.
That we're gonna have a lot of jokes about that, Rory. I know.
Kissimmee.
Luigi, Chef Luigi, kiss me, kiss me, kiss you, kiss me. We joke around. You'll get used to us.
We're silly that way.
Silly's the best way to be.
So, I guess she caught you playing ukulele on TikTok, and that's what reeled her in.
Well, what's really unique about my playing style is I have taught myself.
Yeah.
I lost my left hand side of my body in a hit and run accident when I was 12. They told me I would never walk again, and that I would never be able to play the clarinet or saxophone again, and that to teach me a stringed instrument would be impossible. So for years, I played harmonica, played ocarina, a couple of different instruments to keep the music alive. And then about 8 years ago, my youngest daughter looks at me and says, "Dad, I want to learn to play the ukulele." We go to the Guitar Center, we pick her out like a $20, $30 uke to see if it's something she'll take to. And as I'm walking her through YouTube videos, I start thinking to myself, I should be able to do this. I'll just start with single notes. Well, okay, I can do single notes in their scale order. Fantastic. If I can do, I'm sure I can do double stops and power chords as well. Cool. as I'm walking my daughter through these processes, her with two hands, me with one, I start thinking to myself, well, a ukulele player should be able to strum. So I was like, okay, what are some one-finger chords that I can put together that will sound good quick? And I found if I fretted with my index finger and strummed with my pinky, I could land the blues. That led to playing rhythm, two-finger chords, three-finger chords, and because I'm going to show off, and if I'm going to show something off, it may as well be impossible, movable bar chords. Shuffles. And a full 12-bar turnaround. Next thing you know, I'm being invited to ukulele events. I'm getting custom ukuleles sent to me. And I never dreamed of all the stuff that would be happening because of just doing what I do. So after I learned how to do this, I'd been at it for about 3 or 4 years. I was contacted by an organization out of New York called the Ukulele Support System. And it's run by a Deb Gonorrhea. What they do is they equip kids with no hands with prosthetics so that they can play ukulele. They reached out to me, having seen me on Facebook in one of the ukulele groups, and said, we have a camp coming up. One of the young men lost his right arm and leg in a fire. Still has his left. Can you teach us how to do what you do so this young man does not get left out? I spent the next 2 months walking music therapists, occupational therapists, and prosthetic builders through what this young man would need to be able to play. And after that 2 months, they sent me a video of this young man playing on his lap, strumming a C chord to an F chord to a C chord. And the look of pure joy on this young man's face when he realized it was going to be possible for him to play reduced me to absolute tears. I knew in that moment I had found my calling and I was meant to teach music.
Wow, that's great.
I love that.
So, and all that's led to, like, the ukulele I'm playing. This was actually gifted to me by a New Way. It's my custom design. They asked me what I wanted it to look like, and I did a nod to my beekeeping days, and had them do the bee on the sound hole and flowers and bees on the neck. And this is when it arrived. It's actually the Karl Jackson model ukulele. I have a signature uke. I never would have dreamed that. And it was gifted to me to keep me inspiring others teaching. So.
Wait, what happened to your arm? Did you tell it? You didn't say, did you?
So I was in a hit and run accident at the age of 12. They found out I was allergic to penicillin. It triggered a stroke. And then giving me a scan, and they found out I was the hardware I was allergic to the dye they used for the CAT scan. It threw me into cardiac arrest. They had to resuscitate me 3 times and then induce a coma after drilling a hole in my skull to relieve the pressure. I spent 6 weeks in a coma, woke up to be told you'll never walk again, and not have use of my left-hand side. So I've spent a lifetime learning to do everything one-handed with a bad leg.
That's just astounding. Incredible.
That is an incredible story. No doubt.
Yep.
You persevere. Again, you inspire others. That's wonderful.
When I first started teaching my kids, I didn't realize the impact my playing had for others. So here I am, I'm just teaching my kids. My kids look at me and say, Dad, you need to start teaching. I was like, who would want to learn ukulele from the one-armed man? 2 months later, I'm contacted by the ukulele support system out of New York, and I've got my foot in my mouth. So yeah. Since then, I've taught a master class at Midwest Ukulele and Harmonica Camp. Ben Hassinger that runs it contacted me in 2023 and says, hey, I want you at my event. I'm giving you a scholarship. Would you be willing to teach a one-handed class? I said I'd be happy to. Got my classroom all set up. I'm removed from all the other classes. There are no other students around. As my students file in, it is the world touring musicians they've hired to teach and perform for the event are now filing into my classroom. And as they're filing in, the first, I let all of them know they are not allowed to use their left hand in my class. I watched 15 ukulele professionals panic as I put my foot up on the table, tied my shoelace with one hand while looking them in the eyes, and said, now I'm going to teach you how to do what I do. So that's impossible to teach. Never escaped your lips again. 3 of them in the class had told me 5 years prior it'd be impossible to teach me.
Wow.
So
What's your thank you for sharing that with us. That's so incredible. What's your most requested song that you play?
that's a toss-up between Hot Tamales and one of my originals. That's the Itsy Bitsy Spider Blues. Was actually inspired by my kids while I was learning the one-finger chords. So I'm in there, and my kids come in. They're like, "Hey, Dad, we bet you can't," which is a surefire way to get me to do anything. Dad, we bet you can't. Blues a fine nursery rhyme. I'm not one to turn a challenge down, so I took it to heart. And what you get next is the Bitsy Spider Blues. Not itsy bitsy spider. You know he went up the water spout. And he stayed there till the rains came. And they washed that spider out. He's got the blues. Now he's floating in a puddle, but he knew just what to do. He found a leaf to hide under. Until them rains was through, he's got the blues. He's got the itsy bitsy spider blues. Now come the sunshine, you know it dried up all that rain. And our itsy bitsy spider, he went up that spout again. He's got the blues. He's got the itsy bitsy spider blues. Now there's more to the story, and it's simple, but it's true. And that's when you found a home you're proud of. It's worth returning to.
Yay! Sandy took us away. There
Yay.
we are. Awesome.
I love it. The audience loves it. Everybody, there's a lot of people watching that I see. There's a lot. The numbers are higher. Hi, Diamond. Hi, Ro. I want to say hi to everybody watching.
Hello.
We love our community. We're thankful for everyone that comes and says hi. For those of you that are watching from other, maybe Twitch, maybe YouTube, please say hi and where you're watching from, or put your name in there and throw your name in the chat so we can say hi to you. We appreciate you watching. I love that. And you know, Renee has a thing about spiders, Rory.
Yes, I do.
I was thinking of all the songs Renee is terrified of spiders, and she would have loved that. She would love that.
I used to do an opera singer who sang children's songs, and Itsy Bitsy Spider was one of the ones he used to do.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, your character, you mean?
Yes, Luigi Panini.
Can you give us a little sample? Or
No.
why not?
This is his show, not mine. I'm just the co-host. I'm supposed to keep him going. Do you do the wheels on the bus?
It's G7. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. I could, but
Awesome. No, you were doing it. You were doing it.
that's
It
one of
sounds
those
good.
short songs. So yeah, most of your kids' songs are C to
Hey,
G7
Devin.
to C. So
Yep. The driver on the bus says, "Move on back."
move on back, move on. Driver on the bus says, "Move on back."
All through
You know
the
what
town.
All through the town. Yep.
The kids, they love that swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go
Well, it's
swish,
funny. I
swish,
never did
swish,
swish, swish, swish.
all through the town. The kids love that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
the
it's
people
not a
on
word you say
the bus
every day.
go,
Swish.
or the babies on the bus go wham, wham, wham. The moms on the
Oh
bus
yeah.
go shh.
Wham, wham, wham.
Driver on the
Wham,
bus says,
wham,
"Move on
wham.
back."
Move on. Move on back.
But I never did swish, swish, swish. That's funny because I knew it was there. I just never did it. The version that I used to do it was just didn't have that. Oh, I hate this. I'm allergic to my cats. So sometimes my nose will just start dripping for no reason. I'll get like a phlegm thing going on in my throat, and I sound like a really old man when I do that. It's driving me nuts, and I'm always.
I like your shirt. Is that like a cow print or is that tie dye?
It's
You got
tie
some kind
dye.
of
I was
kinda
at
looks like a cow
a friend's
print.
house, and he tie dye shirts. He does that, and he sells them on the weekends. And he said, "You want a tie dye shirt?" I said, "Sure." And I did. I picked up some green and some black, and this is what I did. It was terrible, but anyway. But I love it.
I'm actually obsessed with it. I just got a button down flannel that's like a cow print, and it wasn't cheap, but I'll just say that. But I'm obsessed with it because it's like, and now they got these boots at Steve Madden that are cow print, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they would match my jacket. But no, I love your shirt. It's just, I love it.
I made it. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but I made it. So
Hey,
It looks good.
your shirt, you made it.
there's a couple of red spots here and there.
Oh,
Like I've been
Yeah.
shot.
but it's brown and white, right? It's like
It's green actually and black.
Yeah,
green and
mostly.
black.
There's a white shirt, and I put green in it and black in it, and twisted it up
Right.
and squeezed it out, and yeah, like you said, it came like a cow print.
Yeah, somehow it came out brown and white, but I like it. Like I'm digging it.
It
Uh,
came out-
Money. That's the money
That's
shirt.
the light. The light's making the black look brownish. It's kind of a yellow light I got in here. Anyway,
Don't make me go get my new flannel because it's a
talk
cow
to the
print
guest. Hey, ask the guest to play some more music.
Okay. No pressure.
no,
Just-
bro,
No pressure, Karl.
I'm gonna have to do it with one hand because I haven't learned how to play with two yet. So you have to deal with it.
Aw. You have a great humor.
Hot tamales and red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tamales and red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. Now I got a girl, she's long and tall, sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Hot tamales and red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. I mean, yeah, she got them for sale. tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. She got 2 for a nickel, 4 for a dime. I'd tell you more, but they ain't none of mine. Hot tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. I mean, yeah, she got them for sale. I am Karl Jackson, founder and president of Specialization Unlimited, a newly formed not-for-profit based out of the Chicagoland area dedicated to making music education more accessible to those with disabilities. And whether I'm working with someone with a disability directly or reshaping the expectations in the educational community by teaching the teachers, I endeavor to keep my music education free for everyone. Hot tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. Said I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Meet me later when you're done with your chores. Hot tamales in the red hot, and yeah, she got them for sale. I mean, yeah, she got them for sale.
Awesome.
It's always a pinky workout.
Your pinkies must be very strong.
It is. I have actually trained it to move completely independently of the other fingers.
I bet you can do the Vulcan mind meld too.
That nerve pinch is down.
You said sometimes you get to go up on stage in different clubs as you travel. Do you have like a special set list that you do, or do you actually do, I mean, like take requests from the crowd?
Usually I've got a special set list, or I'm jamming with the band and they just tell me the key of, and I know my scales, so I'm able to jump in and improv what they're doing because I know my triads and my scales as well. So I learned the technical aspect as much as the let's jam. So
Awesome.
Can you tell us about that last song? I think I've heard, I don't know, I've heard that song before. It's like very rare, but I think I've heard that song like one time in my life before.
It was originally done by Robert Johnson in like the 19th, and it's called Hot Tamales. And it was just something it was like the one ragtime style song he did, because normally he was a blues man. And he did one ragtime jazz style piece, and that was it. So it seemed it's not an easy piece to play for someone with 2 hands. For me to jump in and do it, I'm rocking.
You did an astounding job. It's so good. I was dancing the whole time. I couldn't stop dancing.
I saw, and that's why I continued on playing for a little bit, because I saw you were over there. We'll keep it going.
Let her dance. Let her dance.
I love that. Did Slim Gaillard ever cover that one? Do you think?
I'm not sure.
He might have. Robert Johnson.
Hugh Laurie covered it, and he did a brilliant job. There's been a few others that have covered it as well, because it is open domain now.
And Robert Johnson released it what year?
It was 1920s or 30s, somewhere.
20s or 30s, so around Jimmy Rogers' time.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
That's so cool that you did that song. Is that what's your favorite genre of music, or do you have a favorite, or you like everything, or?
I like a little bit of everything, but if I'm going to play blues that I get into, so it's. And and I can jump between. But yeah, if I'm just like playing for me, it'll usually be the blues, or just kind of noodling around, getting a feel for different rhythms and patterns. Because once I train the pinky on a particular strumming pattern, it can take a while to retrain the muscle memory to a different pattern. So
That's incredible.
That's Depression era material.
it is. I grew up with a lot of
Candy Mountain.
in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. All the cops have wooden legs, gold rubber, and the head soft-boiled eggs. I don't know the chord progression, but I could probably learn it quickly enough. So,
When the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou came out, I got the soundtrack for that and listened to the hell out of that for like months. I just love that soundtrack. It had some really good songs. My dad used to sing Jimmy Rogers. He used to play guitar and sing Jimmy Rogers. And he actually did the one, he's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Yeah. So I guess that's why I kind of really dug the thing. It reminded me of my dad. And listened to it a lot.
Beauty of what I do, more so than inspiring people to do, is hearing people's memories come out when I play the stuff that I do. And I get the background story that goes with it. That's what I thrive on. Hearing you remember and the joy it's brought you to remember that, that's the thing that fuels me and keeps me going. So, yeah.
And T for Texas. That was another one he did.
A for Texas. Oh, I remember that one. My dad was a big fan of the old country stuff, so I had a lot of the Roy Rogers, Johnny.
My mother's mom's name was Thelma, so that made it even funnier for us as kids. It was T for Thelma. The gal that made a wreck out of me.
I love that, Rory. And you know that there's a huge children's book. It's like a series that's Thelma the Unicorn.
Oh, no.
It's a whole series. Yeah, my kids are all into it. My youngest daughter loves Thelma the Unicorn.
Oh, there she is.
Huh?
You cut out there for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I cut out? Oh, sorry.
I heard you okay.
Maybe it's... I had to put the air conditioning on. The last 2 days, it's been so hot that I had to it's the first time all year I had to put the air conditioning on. So hot.
It's Florida. I have mine on all the time, even when it's cool.
Oh, Rory, yeah,
Rory don't do warm. He likes the icebox. Got it.
My daughter likes the icebox. I'm actually starting to get to like the warm more as I get older.
Yeah, as you know,
I'm getting to be one of those old guys. Ah!
Just had my 43rd.
It's like a freezing freaking icebox.
I actually just had my 43rd birthday this last week. Celebrated it in the shelter, but you know what? I celebrated this.
The baby.
And
turned 61.
Aw.
Yeah.
An old man in the house. Got it.
Yeah. That's me.
Well,
it's me too, but we're not asking the ladies how old they are, but it's okay if you men want to share. If anyone wants to share how old they are, go ahead, but I'll be right here.
Enough. Got it.
I'm old enough to appreciate Pink Floyd, I'll tell you that.
Oh, no, like Brick in the Wall. You know, Brick in the Wall was one of the first songs I taught my oldest daughter on guitar.
Wow.
Really?
Yep. I also play guitar.
Diamond said happy belated birthday. We love you, Diamond.
Thank you.
My birthday
Diamond
was
Wheeler.
5 days ago. My birthday was last week.
Oh, 5 days. Okay. Happy belated. Yeah, happy belated.
Yep.
Absolutely. And you're young. Wait, you're young.
Yeah.
I'm 40.
Compared to me and Rory, you're young. You're very young still.
They say everything up until you're 42 is practice. So now I'm playing for real.
I can still send you candy for your birthday. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah. I like candy.
I'll send you some Skittles. Kids love Skittles.
You know?
Aw, love you too.
Diamond. Diamond is forever.
Diamonds are forever.
One up and then caress it. We just lost Bruce Glover a couple of days
Oh
ago.
no,
Yeah,
Rory.
Crispin, his son, did a big tribute to him on social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we interviewed him a couple of years ago. His dad, Bruce, it was in Diamonds Are Forever as Mr. Wint, the killer, and he was in God, so many things. Chinatown, Walking Tall. He's a great guy. We had a 2-hour phone interview with him. He was just a great guy. Just told lots of stories.
Wow.
So sad that we lost him.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hadn't even heard he passed. I've been so wrapped up in taking care of everything, trying to survive while homeless and having fighting for my disability back. So it's just been one big headache after another. But I try to keep it
Are you having
focused.
some Doge problems?
Huh?
Disability? Are you having some Doge problems with your disability?
Oh, they cancel me about every 5 years because my outward appearance isn't always that of disabled. And I adapt so well to what I do that they're like, well, you're not disabled. It's like, no, it's just that I've learned to adapt. The pain's still there. I just ignore it. So, yeah. It's one of those things that I just have to go in. That I actually have, it's complicated. I got a slew of.
Yeah, you don't gotta. You don't. This is we're live on
This is new.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We
Cutting
don't. You
back
don't
on
gotta.
programs and
You
work
don't gotta
staff.
share all the details,
Yeah.
but it's good for people to know the basics about you because that's
Yeah,
what we want to share. That's what we want to share, the basics.
Facility intact, so I can get a place to stay. I'm trying to build up the online profiles. I've just hit affiliate level on Facebook and TikTok, so now I'm trying to build those out to where I've got the affiliate money rolling in. It's just a matter of building out to the point where I can outgrow the need for the disability and push it off to the side until I actually retire. So I'm trying. It's a slow build and it takes time, but because my outward appearance is not always, oh look, he's disabled. Disability is constantly just canceling my stuff. So
Yeah, I've been dealing with the same thing with our health insurance. It's crazy, so crazy.
Insurance companies suck.
so
They
much done.
suck. It's awful. You spend like hours on the phone and get nowhere. 2 steps backward.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So
I'm sorry. Yeah,
It is.
well, our goal tonight is everyone to go follow you and support you and subscribe. You could subscribe to you on TikTok. They could subscribe to you on your Facebook.
Yep, and you can do donations
donate to your nonprofit.
Yep, they can donate at www.specialization.com. We are running our winter reach fundraiser still. It didn't take off very well because I ended up homeless again and traveling, so I didn't have time to nurture it the way it needed. But it's still there. It's just I've been so busy trying to survive with having everything yanked out from under me again. So,
well, the world today is also like basically social media today. Like that's how all businesses are on social media, like all major stuff. So if anyone can donate and help you raise your goal of $5,000, please go do that. The links are in the intro, and you're from Chicago. It says Chicago to Hawaii in your. I love that, Chicago to Hawaii.
I've been to 49, 50 states and seen their capitals. I've got to make Alaska, and then I've got a set of 50 in their capitals once I make Juneau. So.
And all the money is tax deductible, right? Any donations
are tax deductible. That
tax deductible.
We are 501
official nonprofit.
Yep, based out of Chicago.
I love that.
Here's a question for you. I don't know if you're into geography, but is there a way to get to Alaska without going through Canada?
Yeah, you go over the water.
You got to go over water
Yeah, go over the,
or fly.
or fly. Yep.
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to leave it right there. Let people stew on that.
Let people assume what they will. I love it. But no, I've been looking at. I have the potential of doing like a ukulele cruise. And
Yeah.
if I have people to sign up for their tickets, I should be able to get mine for free. So
Yeah.
a matter of getting everything set up and in place. So, but being so new out the gate, when I walked into the Secretary of State in Chicago, I had $53 to my name.
Mm.
And I asked the lady behind the counter at the Secretary of State, I said, here's my application for my not-for-profit. This is what I want to do. Showed her how I played and that I wanted to teach others and I wanted to keep my lessons free. She looks at me, takes my $53 on a normally $253 application fee, stamps it, says you'll know in 7 to 10 business days. 10 business days later, I'm on the shores of Lake Michigan in Chicago reading the congratulations on your 501c3 in the state of Illinois, which I'm told doesn't happen. Normally it gets rejected the first time and they don't tell you why, and it takes 6 months. So yeah, and that was like every penny I made out busking in the streets of Chicago that season. It was the last of it after lunches and stuff. Like I took the very last of everything I had and poured it into that not-for-profit to get it up and running.
Well, I support you. I want to support you. I hope everyone watching tonight will share the live, like, share, follow Karl. That's how you can support him and his nonprofit.
My Facebook is monetized. I do get paid for interactions and shares and such. So yeah, share away, make me viral. I love it. If you don't do it, I'm going to.
No, I've seen some of your posts, like a cartoon version of you. How do you do those? I'm really intrigued by those.
It's just that voodoo that I do. I'm actually a sketch artist as well. So
that's your art? Get out of here.
That's my work. And then what I've collaborated with my AI, it turns it into that more dynamic, where it can put the different movements in it. So all I have to do is the base sketch, and then it builds from there.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. And then it's, I tell it the storyboards. It's all based off of my stories. And right now I'm running a initiative through Specialization Unlimited for the disabled homeless. And I'm actually doing a series of guidebooks, field guides for the homeless for getting to the Louisville homeless situation. So I'm partnered with the local ministries that are running the homeless shelters, the food, where they feed people, the food pantries, all that stuff. And I'm putting together this comic field guide for them. I'm going to print it out and give it to them before I leave out. So they've got it to reprint and hand out to their people coming in. So they've got a kind of a more interesting guide to follow when they come into the shelter. So
cool.
I make the best of my situation. If I find myself homeless, I start sharing how to navigate the system. If it's just
easier for others. That's the most important thing. That's very
exactly. I make it easier for those around me. So
has anyone ever tried to steal your uke?
Nope, not my kids.
Or just your kids.
Now, how often do you travel in the year? I mean, how many weeks a year do you travel to do this kind of thing where you perform and go from town to town? And
I'm still building up, but usually in the summer, in the winter months, I'm like in the South traveling, and then like during the summer, I'll try to find a centralized point just to settle down. And then what I'll do is I'll run Renaissance festivals during the summer, and I get dressed in kilt and the old style shirt, and I'm also a fire performer at Renaissance festivals. So,
oh wow.
Wait, no.
I'll send you a couple of the links to my backup profile, Sandy.
Stop it.
I actually got to perform in the Haunted Halstead Parade in Chicago.
Stop it. Oh my gosh, you got to meet the bubble guy, Rory. He's got to meet the bubble guy.
Yeah.
At the lead of the Full Moon
Stop.
crew, I'm dancing with a handcrafted flaming sword made from a deer antler I picked up at Renaissance Festival for $1. And this is in Chicago, right down where they've got the Chicago Theater and everything. I'm in the middle of the streets dancing with a flaming sword. So, yeah, in the parade. I did 2 parades this season. I did Haunted Halstead Parade and the Arts in the Dark Parade with the Chicago Full Moon Jam.
Have you been to Have you been to Oregon, to the festivals up in Oregon?
I haven't been to the festivals yet. It's been years since I rolled through that area. So,
Oh, you would fit so perfect in Oregon or Ocean Beach, San Diego. You would fit so perfect. We have the friend that's been on my show. Rory knows him, the bubble guy.
Galen.
Galen Onstead. Yeah, I got to introduce you guys to each other, but he's been on the show a few times and he's amazing. He does private parties and he does festivals and he does all these like magic tricks with smokes and bubbles and
if
he
you lose
raps. He's amazing.
If you lose me, I just hit 10% on my phone. So,
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay, everyone go donate.
Hit that share my
Like,
stuff.
share, donate.
Invite friends to follow me. That's always a big thing.
Yes. Do you want to close? What's your favorite song to play? Do you want to close this out with a song?
Okay, see, I'll close you out with a song. This next one was inspired by my kids again. I was in learning the old Andalusian cadence, and they're in watching a Disney movie, the one about the princess with the hair, Tangled.
Rapunzel. Tangled.
Yeah.
Rapunzel. Tangled.
They
Yeah.
come in, hey, Dad, we bet you can't. We know what happens when they do that. We bet you can't write a song about the Disney princesses. And I got to thinking about it. Old Prince Charming must have had it rough. He was expected to endure these near impossible, life-threatening situations to rescue this princess, fall in love in first sight, and live happily ever after. That's a lot of expectation for a dating scene. So I wrote the song. It's called Charming's Lament. Locked in a tower, her hair all a mess. Rapunzel tied me up there for 3 years, no less. She had 6 kids running round, not one of them mine. You can bet the first chance I cut that scene behind. Being a prince ain't so easy, you'll see. Just try to find a girl to take out socially. Now I heard about a princess down in New Orleans. Turned out her mama was a voodoo queen. I spent 6 years in the bog living as a frog, sitting on a log till the magic wore off. Being a prince ain't so easy, you'll see. Just try to find a girl to take out socially. Easy, folks. I sleep on a slab way out in the woods. Snow White surrounded by 7 dwarven hoods. Cinderella's OCD and Belle had a beast. You can bet those things just wasn't for me. Being a prince is so easy, you'll see. Just try to find a girl to take out socially. And there's one last verse, but it's not very friendly, but there's no kids around the thing. As goes agoraphobic, narcoleptic, OCD, narcissistic daddy issues, mommy hates me. Being a prince ain't so easy, you'll see. Just try to find a girl to take out socially.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
And I think on those happy little notes, I'm going to wish you guys a beautiful evening. Go get my phone plugged in, get my sleep, because I'm already up past bedtime at the shelter here. And look forward to seeing the recap.
I was going to ask you that. Are the other people at the shelter just like watching you going, what the hell is he doing?
Actually, they were excited when I brought the ukulele in and started playing. It just lifted the entire atmosphere. So the music has a way of doing that. It just brightens its environment. So
Yeah.
why I take it everywhere I go.
Well, thank you for
It's
coming.
very cool.
Thank you everybody for watching. Please say hi if you're replay people. Please say hi in the comments. Say where you're watching from, and go follow Karl Jackson. Everybody, go follow Karl. Watch him live on
I look forward
TikTok.
to all in my
Click on the notifications so that you could get notified when he does go live. Because he
I'm
doesn't go
working on
live
getting
all
on
day.
more. It's a little tricky with the homeless shelter thing, but I'm finding time to go live now. So
Cool.
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Rory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karl. Love you guys.